This podcast is sponsored by Monarch.
Lifesaver.
Game changer.
The best thing to ever happen to my finances.
The people have spoken. Monarch makes personal financing a breeze.
Monarch is an intuitive, powerful, collaborative finance app that can help you save, budget, and keep your financial life in shape.
With Monarch, I can see my account balances, transactions, and investments in one place, so I always know what's going on with my money.
Whether you're saving for your first home, thinking about starting a family, your own business, or planning for retirement, Monarch is here for you every step of the way.
Gain clarity, confidence, and peace of mind with Monarch and manage your finances more effectively. See what thousands of people are saying about Monarch, the app Wall Street Journal voted the best budgeting app of 2024. Collaborate with your partner or financial advisor at no additional cost. Get a 30-day free trial when you go to monarchmoney.com/podcast. That's MONARCH money.com/podcast for your free trial. monarchmoney.com/podcast.
1, 2, 1.
Welcome to Dungeon Punks. I'm Stu Popp, your Dino Master and Podcast Dad. And with me once again are the folks who are returning to Dinosaur Island.
Hi, I'm Cheyenne Manning. I'm your friendly neighborhood improv rat, back again for some dino adventuring part 2. Dr. Big John surprisingly survived, so he's making a comeback to get the love of his life.
Bobert.
Bobert.
Such a beautiful name.
Yeah, that's a direct quote from Dr. Big John. It's such a beautiful name.
I'm Taylor Ramone, and I'm not playing Bobert this time because Bobert is missing. I am instead playing a baby dinosaur named Puppy, and my pronouns are it and its for the dinosaur.
Do you belong to someone? Or?
Yeah, I belong to was it Big John?
Big John.
Yeah, I belong to Big John.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a collar. I have a cute little collar. I'm imprinted on Big John, so.
Puppy was found under a seat in the seaplane that they used to escape last time.
Yeah.
What kind of dinosaur are you?
I'm a velociraptor.
Velociraptor. So little.
Little.
Very
Very little.
Like probably kitten-sized
Yes,
is what a baby velociraptor would be.
Yeah, okay. And I'm Phil Cieplak. I'm playing James June, the Spiritualist.
And I am producer Kirk, playing the billionaire Theodore Teddy Hawthorne III, going to the island for the first time.
What did you build your empire upon? Or
Ivory.
With? Ivory?
Oh no!
Boo!
I feel like if you're at a billionaire stage, you've probably diversified your portfolio.
Yeah, it started with there.
Ivory headpieces?
Yes.
Military contracts,
Yeah.
genetic enengineering.
Yeah. It started with the ivory, and then it just spiderwebbed out.
You're like, I'm evil because I'm a billionaire, and you're like, and I also am even more evil than you could possibly
Look,
imagine.
I'm a billionaire in a dinosaur movie. What's...
What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not gonna like me.
No.
I mean, you're not going to be, like in the first movie, just the sort of misguided idealist.
Spared no expense.
He just wanted to recreate the flea shows that he saw as a child.
Except he spared lots of expenses.
Yes. Okay, so you are all back on Dinosaur Island. You've come with Teddy, who has brought a whole team in tow, some mercenaries that look maybe a little shady.
They recently rebranded from Purple River to the Happy Fun Time crew.
Happy Fun Co.
Yes.
Happy fun
It's
mercenary.
painted
though.
all on the side of these, like, military surplus helicopters and things that you've flown in on the side of the big boat that you came in, but couldn't obviously come super close to the island, as it is difficult to get here by boat.
Mm-hmm.
And you're funding Big John's expedition to return to the island. Big John knows this is to find Bobert. You know it's to probably collect samples from genetically engineered dinosaurs that were probably developed by your competitor, I'm guessing.
Maybe.
You're being cagey about it. Great. And you've all, I would say, probably gone out on a Jeep with Big John initially, but the Jeep is broken down in the jungle. So what is everyone doing in this moment? Probably this is just after the Jeep's broken down.
I'm probably flooding the Jeep by trying it over and over and over again.
I have my personal assistant Paxley trying to look in the hood, even though they know absolutely nothing about cars.
Yeah, I was going to ask, is that in Paxley's skill set at all?
Yeah, no.
No.
Their name is also probably not Paxley. I just don't know it.
Yeah, it's David.
Yeah.
But he is probably a stuck-up psychophant enough that he's absolutely excited that his name is now Paxley.
I think one of the mercenaries is maybe trying to, I'm trying to bite the fingers of one of the mercenaries. And he's like, get your dinosaur to stop it. And I'm like, yeah. Just like, you're not quite biting like a little, like a dog, but playfully biting.
It's doing the thing that cats do. Is like you've grabbed the arm and are like kicking with your feet at his.
But you have like giant claws, like shredding the mercenary.
Who actually cuts the mercenary. It's like, god damn.
It's not as cute as you'd hope.
It starts off cute and then just immediately like,
Descends into, oh, this is a fucking dinosaur. A door. Oh, no.
I mean, cats are not too far off.
Yeah.
True.
And cats also leave scratches and they fucking hurt. What is our spiritualist up to?
I think James is maybe talking to... Wait, are you present? Is Big John present on the...
I'm pretty sure I'm driving.
Yeah, you're driving. Okay.
Flooding the engine.
Yeah. I'm probably sitting next to you and I'm just talking to you about your relationship with Bobert.
Ooh.
Just trying to get...
Like, are you doing a cold reading? Like
Yeah.
you're kind of just getting the vibe?
So there are moves where you're supposed to tell a story.
Okay.
I think we could get a lay of the land as you're like looking around and trying to start so tell a story about Bobert and then roll plus clever, Big John.
I know that I fell in love with Bobert when I looked into their eyes as we were being chased by the T-Rex. Their eyes so wild and seen a lot. I really miss them. I'm hoping that we can be reunited on this island. Maybe we could even get engaged and have our honeymoon here. I think that'd be pretty sweet and nostalgic, but we'll see.
I put a hand on Big John and say, while the heart still beats, desire yet lives.
Big John tears up a little bit.
How
Big
romantic.
Big John can roll plus clever.
How many am I rolling today?
You roll 2d6 and then add your clever.
Oh, baby. Oh, I think that is a bad one. Oh, no, that's a good one. Wow. Oh, wow, that's a 13.
So that is an absolute hit. I will tell you about 2 landmarks, one natural, one man-made that you can see. So you're sitting in this jungle. You can see that they're like, you're sort of at the top of the hill and you can see down below there's just sort of this maze of trees and vines. But you also see an entrance to the complex, and that is the man-made landmark that you can see. So it looks like there's some sort of outpost here that's related to the original sort of theme park that Dinosaur Island was built to be before everything went wrong the last time.
Yeah, it's like pretty overgrown and
yeah,
lots of brush and stuff. Okay. And
then surprisingly overgrown in the last like 6 months. The jungle grows fast. They planted kudzu for some reason. It's just everywhere. It's already overtaken the island.
They've also genetically engineered the plants.
Yeah.
So what do you do with that information?
Was there a natural landmark too, or was it just
like a maze of trees.
Maze of trees. Okay. I will not shout, but just gently let the group know. So we should probably go check out that complex up ahead. I feel like if anyone's going to survive, it's probably off of old materials that have still been here for a while. And also, I think the Jeep's done busted. Wow, you're sure full of wisdom, little baby puppy. I'll go to my little, like, I have one of those treat pouches, like a dog owner, and then I like reach in and take a little treat, and I do the whole like little.
I do. I spin.
I'll give you a little
Yes.
liver nugget or something.
Hell yes, I take the liver nugget. I'm having a good time.
I shout out, Paxley, go check out that complex.
Paxley's gonna start walking into the jungle, but he stops as like you hear like the crash of trees and something kind of lumbering emerges from it on all fours. It's big. You can see it's sort of got a kind of duck bill, but a little boxier. And you can see on its forelimbs as it walks forward that its thumb is a like massive spike of bone. And this is an iguanodon.
Big John says that. It's an iguanodon, guys.
Okay.
You don't want to thumb wrestle that bad boy.
Also, the very first dinosaur to ever be discovered, or at least described.
As it stumbles in, does it walk up to us, or is it just sort of walking past, ignoring us?
Kind of gives you that like cow-like look and gives like a and just sort of stops and stands up on its hind legs and like grabs a tree and pulls it and strips off a few leaves, and you can see it chewing. It's one of the few dinosaurs that had cheeks and could chew.
That there's a classic grazer. Just having a little plant munch.
But like any large herbivorous animal, you don't want to spook it.
No. I pull up my phone and take some pictures. Or maybe it's not a phone, it's a camera. It's like a proper camera.
I just want you to roll.
Not a full
Is the flash
DSLR,
on?
but no.
Okay.
I want you to roll 2d6. Plus clever, I guess. I want to see if you've turned off the flash or the noise on
Okay.
it.
10.
You're smart enough to have turned off the flash and turned off any like noise, so you're just snapping pictures. What is everyone else doing in the presence of this beast?
I think Puppy's probably like hiding behind Big John because like the puppy's so small. Like any sort of big dinosaur is going to be, even the grazers are going to be like a little bit intimidating, especially since Puppy's been the last 6 months around humans.
I say, looking up at the dinosaur, and then to everyone else, the unknown awaits. Let us be wary.
Who invited this guy again?
You.
He's in.
You.
I mean, your character has previously been described as the dude meets Weird Al. Yeah. So I feel like this is your best friend.
Yeah, he's got a way with words, that man.
Like you're like, who invited this guy? You're like, oh yeah, me.
I think on Be Wary, you hear a roar behind you, and emerging out of the woods jungle behind you is the second dinosaur to ever be described, and the natural enemy of an iguanodon. It's Megalosaurus.
Oh shit.
Oh, what is
which
that?
is about like an 8-foot tall allosaur.
Okay.
It's like a T-Rex kind of build, but it's got longer arms, more fingers, kind of graspy fingers. It's sort of like slenderer, quicker looking.
That's a big lizard.
It's also very dangerous, so now you need to react as it sort of seems to be focused on the iguanodon, but then at first, but then sort of notices off to the side, smaller, perhaps easier prey.
No, I'm camouflaged behind. It's one of my dino gimmicks, so I'm camouflaged behind Big John as best as possible.
Turn into the colors of the Jeep.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Are we officially in peril now?
You're officially in peril now.
Okay.
So you need to act. You can, of course, act together, which means the hero in the worst position is the one that rolls, or with the lowest relevant stat. So what do you want to do? Perhaps as a team, maybe you want to act independently. I'll let you decide that.
I mean, I wouldn't mind just kind of slinking back a little bit.
Yeah, we can try and like hide or move away slowly.
How far away is the complex?
I'd say it's probably like 500, 600 meters away through the jungle, and you're like down the hill. Mm-hmm. So if you want to try and slink away, even though you have been spotted, like you see the Megalosaurus like look at you as a group.
Okay. It's still staring at us?
It's still staring at you.
Okay. What about all your mercenaries with their guns and...
There's probably only like 2 with you right now. The rest are back at base camp doing something.
Yeah.
Perhaps to be revealed at the act break. Who knows?
I'll wave to Teddy and be like, can you spook that dinosaur? And I'll point to the iguanodon and be like, we need a distraction fast.
Mercenaries, get that dino! Their guns are like trank guns, basically. Because I'm not coming here to kill anything. I need samples. Well, not immediately kill anything.
Gotta harvest
it's
their
the
ivory
second
first.
resort. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, I want the mercs to...
So I need you to roll plus clever because this feels like a look over there, which is you're creating a distraction to protect everyone else.
Oh.
That is 13.
So they do...
11.
They start firing, I think... Rather than trank shots, just to match with what you're trying to do, I think there may be like a little like taser shot, little like shock shots.
Yeah, that works too. They have a whole arsenal.
Make this spook this dinosaur by putting it to sleep.
Yeah.
So they switch over to their like little shock shots and start shooting at the iguanodon, which definitely makes it reacted. Already was starting to react to the appearance of a predator, and now it kind of looks with wild eyes, and it looks like it's gonna barrel through. But I think one person is going to be able to, because it was a 10, right, that you rolled?
11.
So one person is going to be able to like start moving safely towards the complex. Who do you want that? Who wants to take that to move safely? It could be you because you did get it. You was the mercenary.
Yeah, I just start hauling towards the complex, probably shove Paxley out of the way, like run past them.
Okay. I think because technically you've used your mercenaries as your assistant, Paxley's out of the game as your assistant, and as you shove him out of the way, he gets like sideswept by a dinosaur tail and like knocked to the ground.
No, I want to say hit by the dinosaur tail and just like flung.
Like what Wilhelm scream?
Yeah.
He gets thrown and like impacts into the side of the Jeep. You're not sure if he's going to get up. Need actions from everyone else. What are you doing?
I'm definitely
You've got a wild iguanodon now, sort of like spooked and looking for a way out. You've got a predator that is still like now is seeing like movement as maybe now start like taking those first steps towards the Jeep area.
Okay, I'm going to do a hot idea. I'm going to do Dinosaur Expert to get a little feel for it and see if I can quickly remember if there's any like blind spots or weaknesses that we can utilize right now.
Is there a roll associated?
Yeah, I'm going to roll
away.
clever. That's not great. That's a 6.
What does it say happens on a miss?
On a miss, it turns out living dinosaurs are different than you thought. So I just like make something up that is totally untrue.
Yeah,
If you stay still, it can't see
make up
you.
a false fact.
Big John looks at the Megalosaurus and says, "They don't have very good vision. They're nearsighted, so I think we should be okay."
And in that moment, it is bobbing its head because it has binocular vision like a bird when it does that, as it like stalks forward, clearly trained on all of you, to the point where everyone realizes, oh no, Big John is wrong, like almost immediately. And I think it's actually going to start. It's going to make a beeline towards the Jeep where Big John is, I think, still sitting in the driver's seat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it like slams its head into the side of the Jeep, trying to roll it to break it open to get at the soft bits inside of this armored thing.
I think Poppy's gonna stay close to Big John, so maybe like was outside of the Jeep but is crawled back into the Jeep because they think that Big John is its mommy mommy dinosaur. So they don't really have anything to other than maybe they hiss at while this thing approaches, because it's like trying to, oh, I'm a big baby dinosaur, hiss.
Yeah, you kind of splay your feathers out and hiss. It doesn't react.
No, yeah, I tried.
James, what are you up to?
I think I'm gonna, because I was mentioning that I sort of wanted to already begin to hide. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm gonna take this opportunity as it's like slamming into the car, because I think I got out already, to just like slink away and just walk towards the
complex.
The complex.
All right, I'm gonna need you to roll plus clever for me.
That's a 8 + 1, 9.
Okay, so on a 7 to 9 when you hide, someone else is exposed. If you stay hidden, you'll be fine, but they won't.
Oh no.
Big John's gonna die in the first act for sure.
Sorry, Big John.
We'll just say it's Paxley.
It's weird how you found this lawyer just wandering around the island.
Yeah, the only ones in the car now is Puppy and Big John.
So I think just the way you kind of selfishly get out of this Jeep is I think it's maybe been like pushed up against something and you couldn't get your door open. So you like open the soft top to jump out and like dive into the woods. You've successfully hit him though, but you have exposed both Big John and Puppy. I think Puppy's in a little less danger because they're still camouflaged, but
and Puppy can skadoodle.
Big John, you no longer have the shell of the soft top hiding you, and you're just sort of staring up as this sort of Megalosaurus rears up and opens its mouth.
Okay, I'm gonna look to Puppy and be like, Puppy, I darn love you, you little thing. Go find Bobert for me. And I'll give Puppy like a little note, like a little tied note to like, I don't know.
You can also run. You don't have to accept your death.
Take me. Yeah, I will give the note regardless, but yeah. I'll do a run as well. I'll be like, we gotta go.
Puppy will run too.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah. Okay. Roll plus fit for me then. I think both of you in this case.
Oh, I rolled really good. Thank God.
Oh,
that's a 12.
I got a 12 too.
You do it. You run to a safe location. So Big John, you had to like open the door. You go in the direction the Megalosaur doesn't expect, which is out your door, kind of towards it.
And it kind of gives this look like
as it like bites down and it's like pulls up and it's got like the head of the seat in its mouth, but kind of like in a weird, it's jamming its mouth a little bit and it's trying to shake it loose. And you and Puppy run into the woods and leaving really only the mercenaries behind, following the billionaire. Though, James, you are hidden but still in this situation, so we're going to have to deal with this.
Oh, okay.
You can see the mercenaries one of the mercenaries is like still firing little like electro shots at the iguanodon, who like turns around and like fully swipes it with him in the face with his spike thumb, which like tears his helmet off and he drops dead. And the other one is now between the two as the Iguanodon and Megalosaur now turn to like face each other and clash, and that mercenary like runs. I think he finds you in the woods. He's like, what are we gonna do? We gotta get out of here. They killed Paxley. They killed Dave.
I turn to the Merc and I say, all problems have their solutions, even the big ones. And I reassure him to help me find an opening to get to the complex.
Okay. If he finds you an opening, what is your plan? Run? Is this a take your hand? You want to like help him when he's in trouble?
Or are you like coercing him? That sounded a little threatening.
Or are you trying to convince him to create a distraction for you?
Yeah, that's 100% it. I'm just like coercing him to save me.
Okay, he's gonna go do that, which
by using dumb platitudes.
You're gonna run, I'm guessing.
Yeah, or just like create a distraction just so I can.
You kind of create a distraction really only works when you're trying to protect other people. So he can run. I don't roll. So he has been manipulated by your platitudes to like create a distraction for you, but you still need to run.
Okay, sure. I fail.
Ooh. You get injured, and the threat is still around. So he steps out to like, don't worry. He's like, I got this. I'll create a distraction. And he shoots at the Megalosaur, who like whips around and like faces both of you. You try and run. The Megalosaur like fully eats that guy. And the Iguanodon, panicking, turns. I think you get hit by his tail, hit into a tree, and you've like broken your arm, and you still need to try and get out of here. So you're still in this situation. You folks are running towards the complex. James is nowhere to be seen. I don't know if you want to go back for him in any way. What's your plan?
I yell on the radio to the mercs.
Get everyone to safety to the complex.
Whether or not somebody hears that.
Yeah, you get back.
Yeah.
There's no answer.
Big John does a double take and sees that June is nowhere to be seen, and kind of laughs because he's like, we have this thing where we go back and forth, and we kind of, I'm literally just talking to Puppy. I'm just like, just let you know, the context of our friendship is that we have this thing where we go back and forth, where we kind of like betray each other and stuff, but then we save each other's lives. And right now he betrayed me, so like, let's just keep going, little baby. So Big John's gonna keep running.
Okay. So with no one going back to help, James, what are you up to? You've broken your arm. Mm-hmm. You're still a dangerous predator who does seem to be currently tearing apart a mercenary.
Okay. I mean, I'm not quick. Like I still feel like I want to just like sneak away as best I can.
Sure. Yeah, you can try and hide again. We'll do a plus clever.
7 + 1 8.
You're currently hidden, but I think you can see the like gas is leaking from the Jeep because it got hit, and there's definitely like a spark going on situation. Like you need to if you stay hidden, the dinosaurs will leave, but the Jeep might explode. And that's a bit of a danger. So you need to get out of here regardless.
Okay. But I can't like sneak away. I can only remain hidden if I just stay still. So my only option is to run.
Pretty much, yeah, fortunately.
Then I guess I'm running.
I mean, you could also try and like sneak up, I guess, and like fix the Jeep.
Yeah, no.
Is another option. But yeah, being alone in the jungle with dinosaurs, it does limit your possibilities a little bit.
Is there anything in the Jeep you can grab?
I don't know. Is there?
There's probably some supplies. I don't know if it's much that you would know how to use. You're not you're not a survivalist by any means. Yeah, I think if you want to describe something that would be in the Jeep that you could take, you're more than welcome to do that.
Maybe you need a first aid kit.
Yeah, I mean, that would come in handy. But I don't want to get to this Jeep that is, probably going to explode, because that's always what happens.
Yeah.
True. If there was like a flare or something that you could just like set off.
But if this Jeep explodes, won't it hurt the dinosaur?
Yes, but also you.
Also me.
If you're here.
You're in the blast radius.
Yeah.
You are also squishier than a dinosaur.
Yeah. What is the dinosaur doing as I'm hidden?
He's kind of got his foot on the legs of the mercenary, and he's like yanking up, trying to pull him in half right now.
Okay. I'm probably just going to take an opportunity to like, once the dinosaur seems kind of occupied and eating, I'm going to make a run for it.
All right. Give me that run roll. Roll plus fit.
Oh, baby.
10.
All right. You do it. You run.
I got -1.
And he is sufficiently distracted by his food. You run, you get into the woods. Eventually you do hear an explosion behind you. You don't know if it caught the dinosaur or not. And eventually you do catch up with the rest of the group, who's trekking through the woods now, not at a run anymore, because again, the jungle is thick, as you head towards the complex.
Would either me or Teddy be carrying any supplies, or did we kind of leave everything in the car because we were kind of startled?
Teddy is not carrying any supplies. That's what Paxley did.
Yeah, it seems like you're pretty supplyless at this point.
Okay.
Your supply is currently 1 baby dinosaur.
I want Puppy to have a tiny like Herschel backpack.
Sponsor
Probably
Herschel.
just got a poop bag in it though.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just one of those ones where you like can pull it out at the top. It has like maybe a little harness so I can like airlift you.
Yeah, just in case. So you have a baby dinosaur. It's me, the baby dinosaur. I make cute noises.
It me.
Lying awake and sweltering.
Yeah, I guess we should start checking this compound door
just-
out and just examining it to see if we can
try to get in.
So you arrive, you find this little outpost. It's actually there's a small like river running through the jungle at this point. It's basically a grimy supply shed with the acrid scent of fuel and rushing water. Those are the sensations here. And it does appear to be padlocked.
Is there any like wear on the shed, or is there any like...
It's pretty covered in like vines and stuff. You could get up to the top, but it looks sturdy enough that you can't just like force your way in easily. You'd have to probably make a roll to do it.
No windows or anything?
No, it looks like it's built to be like dinosaur proof.
Okay.
So it might have like some small like slit. It's maybe like kind of that repurposed like bunker vibe.
Yeah, I guess just try to get in.
Can we double team the lock? We're just gonna have to try and force it. I don't have like lock picking.
Find a
skills.
rock or something and just
This would
like
be
some
a hold
bash
on to
him.
your butt as you try and bash open a lock. If you're working together, whoever has the lowest fit does it.
I think we both have -1 fit.
Yeah, we're tied.
Fantastic. Roll it out.
Okay.
Oof. 6.
As you're bashing, I think with each bash, you don't see this happening, but it's just a thematic, like you like strike the lock and like hopping onto the top of the shed is a little Yee-Key, which is a dinosaur. It looks like this. It's a dinosaur with bat wings. And feathers.
Adorable.
Its name means something dragon, I believe. And
For everybody
every
listening, it
bash,
looks like
a new
bird.
one pops up. They're about turkey size, so they're small, but you've probably hit this thing like 10 times and there's a bunch of them. You are going to get a serious injury by this. You finally hear a squawk and maybe Big John is like, Daddy.
So I have when you suffer an injury, you can describe how your employee suffers it for you voluntarily or not. The injury is fatal to them. Describe how it happens.
You have no employees anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a slight problem.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm assuming there was more than the 2 mercenaries.
On Pax.
There was not. There's 2 in Paxley is all
Okay.
you had with you right now.
Okay.
And Paxley technically already suffered a death.
Yeah.
So you're going to take an injury, I think.
Okay.
Just fiction-wise, that's how we have to go. You finally look up and you see all these things, and like all 10 of them just like leap at you, and you've got them already. They're like slashing at you. You've got it's kind of a death by 1,000 cuts, but you kind of managed to throw them off of you for a second.
I yeet the Yeekies.
You yeet the Yeekies. Yeet key. And you're very injured, and now everyone's kind of surrounded by these things, all of which are about the size of Poppy. And you need to figure a way out of this situation. As James stumbles into the opening now, and you see just this whole bunch, and more like coming out of, like popping up in the trees and stuff, all ready to attack.
Big John will explain. Junebug, there you are.
A step back, nothing more.
Bone sticking out of your arm.
So I wasn't here to witness him fail the roll?
No, you kind of came in you see he's like bleeding badly from a bunch of cuts.
Shit.
You kind of stumble in, like probably past a couple of dinosaurs until you're also in the middle of this like circle of attacking small things.
I have something I'd like to try.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try and signal these dinosaurs to like make it look like there's something bigger or predator. So I'm going to like afraid it like the bushes or something. So Puppy's actually very clever.
Okay.
So I'm going to do the look over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll plus clever.
Oh, geez. No. Well, that's nothing. That's a 5.
The best you can do is take a hit for your friend. Will you like get out of the way and let someone else get hit?
I mean, like instinctually, I feel like I don't think that like Puppy has like they maybe have some loyalty to Big John because they think it's its mama, but I'd also think that at the same time they would, they're like it's like a little dinosaur doesn't want to get injured, so I don't think it would move out of the way.
Or it would get out of the way.
Yeah, it would get out of the way. Sorry.
Nothing personal, kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've really kind of just called attention to you and Big John with your squawking as a bunch of them like descend like from the trees at Big John. Big John, you got to do something. You got to run. You got to try and fight them. What are you going to do here?
I don't have any weapons, so I feel like I'm just going to have to run. Yeah, I'm just going to start. I'm going to see you getting beat up. You look beat up. Mm-hmm. You're looking scared. Yeah, I'm just going to bolt because we can't
make a run roll.
Before you roll, I want to use one of my abilities here, which is part of the design. So whenever I witness another hero fail, which technically Puppy,
Yes.
I'm going to invoke the mantra, the circle of life, and I get to fill in a box. And basically it's like a kind of like a luck pool. I can then spend that box. So I only have 3, and I can upgrade the success level of anyone. But I only have 3.
Gotcha.
Uses.
So kind of like a luck feat.
Yeah, quite literally,
cool.
yeah.
Or like portent or whatever.
All right, Big John, make that
The ran roll. Oh, that's a 6. Owie.
Oof, so that is a miss, which means you would be injured and the threat is still around. Unless you want to spend
I'm just going to use it right away. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to fill in my part of the design to upgrade that to a mixed success.
So you can choose one here, Big John. You can either get to a new location, but you're still pursued, or you can escape the threat into a new perilous situation.
There's no good choices.
No, either.
This game wants to kill you.
Yeah, I think I want to get to the first option. Yeah, I think the first option. So that way you guys can still see like where I'm going and kind of have an idea of where I'm at. It's okay if these birds... I'd rather the little birds follow us than something bigger coming.
All right, yeah, you push through, you run into the trees, you push into the trees, you're running for like a while, but you can still hear these things behind you. They kind of, I think, leave all of you guys there. This whole like pack of like 20 things just follows Big John into the jungle. What are you going to do?
How's the door doing? You managed to... Oh, no, you completely failed.
Completely failed.
Yeah, the lock looks like it's been hit a bunch of times by a rock that did really nothing to open it. It's got a bunch of like scratches and rock dust on it.
Yeah, probably more damage to the rock than the lock.
Yes, the rock has split in two. Yeah, it was just like siltstone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would like to just maybe survey or kind of potentially scout another way in if possible.
Yeah. Is there a like...
I don't know.
I think you're technically in safety right now.
Okay.
So you could do lay of the land. You could try and scavenge something to open the lock. But whoever does those has to tell a story.
Oh, okay.
So you've got Puppy with you now.
Right.
It's been left behind by Big John.
Oh no, Puppy. Do you have an idea, Kirk? Or
I could try to scavenge, see if someone left the key under the mat.
Okay.
Sure. So tell a story. Then I think you have like stories that are suggested on your sheet. I think most of them do.
Oh, here we go.
And then roll plus clever.
How I earned my first $1. My grandfather died.
Oh my god, not even a tooth? Like straight up your grandpa dying. And that was like an inheritance.
I earned many first dollars that day.
Perfect. Roll plus clever.
10.
Hell yeah.
Right. You find something useful. I think you probably just find like the
key
bar.
under the mat.
I think it's a pry bar more than the key under the mat. But yeah, you can easily then pry open that padlock.
I do so, and I enter this shed.
Okay. So one of my suggestions for the river outpost is something lies in wait in the outpost.
Oh, good.
So you crack it open, and you actually see the back side of the river outpost shed is like has been ripped away at some point by it was hard to see because
so we couldn't have just walked around.
No, it's like out over the water, so you couldn't see from where you were. There's like branches and stuff, and then you see like something come up out of the water, like it can't actually fit through the shed to get to you.
Okay,
as its head emerges, it's a big sort of crocodilian head. As you also notice coming out of the water behind it, sort of this, let's say like a sail of spines. As this is Spinosaurus, as it emerges out of the water, it like picks its head up and like breaks up out of the roof of the thing. It's big. It's bigger than a T-Rex. It's kind of moves on all fours.
All right.
They just kind of discovered recently that it looks different than they thought. And it sort of like sees you and like kind of tries to snake forward. You just shut the door. And then it like pulls back and you can see it like moving and like shoving its way through the vines on the side of the river outpost. Its claws kind of like trying to tear at the vines to get at you. And letting out a like low rumbling, that like crocodile roar thing that they do.
Right. I mean, I guess if I can't get into the shed, so like the shed's donezo.
I mean, you could probably get into it now. It's trying to get around the side. That might be a route to escape through.
Yeah, because you said it couldn't get in through the hole in the back.
It could. I mean, it's too big to like fit fully into the shed. Its head kind of got there and like couldn't reach the door.
Right.
Because its shoulders were too wide.
As soon as I see it, I slam the door and just do that like, no. But then when I realize it's coming around, I'll jump back into the shed.
Okay, I think this is a run if you're trying to escape it. Unless you're just trying to hide in the shed.
Are they both fit?
No.
I'm not going to tell you. Which one do you think is more thematically appropriate?
Hide for sure.
Okay, you're trying to hide. So roll plus clever, please.
that was a 5.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Someone else is exposed. I think that's pretty clear.
Big John.
I'm gone.
Big John is
Oh, right.
is not
I'm
in
gone.
this scene.
Yeah, you can't put it
I think
on
it
me
has
this
to be
time.
me.
Has to be
Right, yeah, sorry, yeah.
Because I was with you.
Yeah.
I'm
James.
Flush.
So this is
James.
This is what you know. You know that as long as you stay in the shed, this thing will not find you. It's not
Yeah.
going to look back in here. But if you do that, there's a 100% chance that James is going to be attacked by this thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a good chance that I ran in the shed and slammed the door behind me. before you even got a chance to.
Yeah, you do see it as possible to lock the shed from the inside.
Yeah, I do that. You saw me open the door, slam the door shut, look over, run back into the shed, and then you hear like the ka-chunk.
And I get the ka-chunk noise. You also see like ripping through the vines are like these huge claws, and this massive dinosaur is like wriggling its way through and like fully sees you and just like locks vision on you, and then like moving towards you in a real like, it's kind of stuck in the trees a little bit right now, so you have a bit of a moment to act. It's gonna break through pretty quickly because it's like 50 feet long. Like this thing is massive, and it's like growling and grasping at the earth and like ripping up huge chunks and just trying to get at you. And you know, like 100% this thing is like focused on you.
From the inside of the shed, you just hear, "Run, James!"
Is there no end to this madness? Can I distract it? Or is it just like too fixated on me?
It's so fixated on you, yeah. I mean, you could distract it in the sense of you could create a distraction for Puppy to get away.
Right. Did I see where Big John went? I think so, right?
Yeah, you saw the direction Big John ran.
Okay. I don't think I really have many choices. I could probably try to hide, but I don't know if that's possible if it's just locked in on me, zeroed in.
I mean, you can certainly try to hide, but yeah, it does see you right now, so hiding might be tough.
Okay. I'm going to run.
All right. In the direction of Big John or in a different new direction?
I'm going to follow Big John.
Okay. Give me that run roll. Roll plus fit.
Come on. Nope. That's a full-on failure.
Okay. And you've already used your box, right?
Yep.
All right. So you're going to get injured again.
Oh.
Okay. Which I guess that's the end of me.
So you try to run towards Big John, but it's kind of, it like meets you on the way.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And Poppy, you're kind of just in the clearing. You see he tries to run. The Spinosaurus like breaks through on all fours, like moving fast, like crocodiles, where you're like surprisingly faster than you think. And it just like turns its head sideways and like snaps you up.
Okay.
And then like throws you up and like swallows you whole like a bird.
I do kind of have a question about, maybe this is just like a weird thing.
Oh, sorry. I actually guess technically we do have the casualty thing.
That, but also like, I'm curious why there is a spot for like a second injury.
I think it's you mark the second injury and then you get the casualty thing.
Okay. Because like, why would you even fill in an injury if it's the last?
So it's coming for you with this injury.
Okay.
And you have some choices.
Okay.
So forget the things I said before.
Okay.
You can get one final action or final heroic act, and then exactly what I just described will happen to you. Or you can just be out of commission. You're unable to do anything, but you will survive if your friends get off the island in time with you, I guess, but you might just be left alone.
I kind of want to do the latter, though. I don't think I'm very heroic. And also, there's no one nearby to do heroics
Oh, you
for.
do also have to tell someone your darkest secret or unfulfilled hope.
To Puppy.
To Puppy. So sorry, for any of those options, I have to say my darkest secret or what have you?
Yeah, that's just the part of the casualty thing.
Was there another thing or just your darkest secret?
Or unfulfilled
Or
hope.
unfulfilled hope.
I would say your one final heroic act can be taking long enough to die that Puppy gets away if you want it to be.
You know what? I'm going to do one thing. I have a very crappy gear on me, but I do have incense. So as it like snatches me up and I'm kind of wrangling with it, I would like to, I don't know, maybe like light the incense or something.
Okay.
And as I'm like getting swallowed, I take the incense with me and I'm just going to try to like, I don't know.
I was going to say you like jam it in
or like
its
jam
nose
it in its nose or something like that, just to create a distraction at the very least, or anger it enough to create a potential like opening for Puppy or whoever else might be nearby.
It snatches you up in its jaws as it like wriggles out of the vines. You light the incense. And like a crocodile, it's doing like death rolls with you, but you manage to jab the incense into its nose with your dying movements. Also, what is your darkest secret or unfulfilled hope?
My darkest secret, I don't know.
You secretly hate Big John.
You're in a cult.
You've always hated Big John.
My darkest secret is I've been just trying to recruit Big John into my cult.
You shout that at Puppy and like say like in your dying delusionment, like deliver the message of my cult to him.
Puppy just looks like puzzled, like, you know, cocks like the head, like what? Like, you know, when you see a dog and they're trying to listen to you harder, they're like just looking back and forth, like, you understand, don't you?
You get the incense into its nose as it like bites down one final time. And then it's kind of like stands up, half swallowing you, half trying to like swat at its nose to like clear it, which gives Puppy time to
run away.
I actually don't think you need to run because the heroic act, I think, will is at my discretion. I think you just get out of this scene. Can't say the same for Teddy. Specifically, the failure on run means that the threat is still around, so you can just hear this thing stalking around outside.
I stay hiding. I take a big old drink from my flask of rare alcohol.
Okay.
Unmarked rare alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're so rich, you don't even know what it is. You don't
Exactly.
care. It's just good.
I am going to need you to leave hiding at some point. If you stay in the shed, it's not going to get you, but you're just going to be stuck in the shed forever.
Yeah.
It's not leaving the area. You can hear it like, it kind of just like sits down and starts like eating, but it's outside the shed.
Right.
I think it even like kind of like slumps against the shed. You can hear it like lean like
that shudder. Yeah.
The shed kind of shudders and like creaks.
Okay. I'll scavenge the shed for something that I can use as a distraction, maybe.
Or a weapon.
Or a weapon. Well, as a distraction, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't think you're in safety.
I'm not in
right
safety?
now.
Okay.
Yeah. You could try and swim away. That might be a hold on to your butt. Because I don't necessarily know if you need to run right now because it doesn't know where you are.
Yeah. What does just do it do again?
Something that you could normally do easily, but you're under pressure.
Okay. That wouldn't count for like scavenging something for a distraction, would it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think you would need more time to like properly scavenge.
Right. Yeah, I guess I'll just get out of there through the big hole. Well, first I want to take a look out the big hole. And is it just river?
Yeah, it's like rushing water.
Okay. Is there time for me to get a log and sit on a log so I'm not like...
You'd probably have to swim to that log. Either way, I think it'd be
it'd
be a hold on to your butt roll.
That was a 10, but it's fit, so it's a 9.
Okay, so you succeed, but you're exhausted, so you take a -1 to your next fit roll.
Okay.
But you like swim out, you manage to grab a log, and you're kind of like exhaustedly floating down the river, and will arrive out at a certain point. Big John, you are running through the woods. You're being pursued by a bunch of Yiki. You can make another run roll if you want to keep trying to lose them, or if you have a different idea, you do that. You've arrived in a new location, so I think you're out of the jungle, and you will be in... I think you emerge into like open ground, so out of the jungle, and you're now in sort of like a grassy like field area running across that, and you can see these things sort of like chasing after you.
Okay. I'm going to try and do a big intimidate move. I'm going to turn on my heel and stop to face them, and I'm going to quickly try to rack my brain to figure out like what's something that would like intimidate them, or some sort of like gesture of like a natural predator to see if I can scare them away.
Okay. This is a ability you have?
Yeah. So Dinosaur Expert, I get to ask a question, but also if I pass, I can do something else. So we'll see if I pass though. Oh, that's a 9. So I get to ask one question, but with my lizard brain ability, instead of asking one of my questions, I may instill a simple emotion by using body language and sound. Okay. So I think I would probably do something to scare them. Like I'd want to instill fear. So kind of like what Puppy was trying to do earlier, but I actually know what their natural predator is that I could like imitate to kind of spook them.
Okay, I think you are able to imitate like an adult velociraptor, which would attack these things. So you do that, you manage to like make yourself big, and you're doing like a velociraptor like intimidation dance, and you make the like this sort of like loud hoot noise, and they all sort of like stop and are like freaked out. And yeah, you instill fear, and they run away. And now you're just in the field. Okay, and within a few minutes, you see Puppy run up.
Big John would check his phone because he put an AirTag on Puppy. And like this little GPS come running. I feel like, oh, Puppy.
And Puppy like bounces up and down, and then you notice like it looks behind it and then goes like shakes its head.
Oh, I get like a waft of incense that's like signature June. I'm like, oh, buddy. Oh, boy. And our rich fella?
It starts itching its leg. And
Big John interprets that as like, ooh, unsure. Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of the rich fella floating down the river, yeah, you eventually like reach the bank, and you're like pulling yourself up. You're like covered in like mud and like gross wet river or jungle river water.
I take another swig of my rare alcohol.
As you're like crawling up, your hand hits a boot, and you look up and you see, what does Bobert look like after 6 months in the jungle?
Her mullet has grown out quite long. She's definitely looking very disheveled, but she also has like a Rambo-esque sort of situation going on, like a bandana tied around her head and her arm, and she's looking like definitely worse for wear, a little bit like maybe crazy eyes, like just like, look who I found here.
Ah, you must be Bobert. Bobert. And then I hand you my card, which is
All wet.
an embossed business card.
Ooh.
It's a little floppy and wet.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Bobert doesn't take your business card. It just picks you up and helps you up. That's a good way to get Ed around here, swimming around.
Well, I had to get away from that big one somehow. I am Theodore Hawthorne III. You can call me Teddy. I'm here with, I believe, a friend of yours, Dr. Big John.
Big John came back for me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait to see him again. Okay, let's get and see if we can find out where Big John went.
I assume that we have some sort of base camp that we like. Or
yeah, but it's a ways away. That's probably where you want to get off the island.
That's what I'm saying. I relay where the base camp is. I probably don't know where it is from where we are, but I know where it is on the island, I would assume. I say, we made a base camp on the South Beach.
Does that mean you have the means of getting us out of here?
Yes.
Well, you're definitely coming with me then. Come on, rich guy, let's go.
I follow.
Fancy boy.
I think as you point in the direction where your base camp is and you start moving in that direction, I think we hear chariots of fire come over the soundtrack as a bunch of sort of the smaller, faster helicopters come out, because this is the real reason you're here, is to capture dinosaurs and bring them back to the mainland.
Oh, yeah.
And basically they were told, like, if you're not back in an hour, like, 1, come find me. 2, just start collecting what you need, as they're flying out over towards the grasslands where they're intending to get some of the herds.
Ah, that's our escape. Clearly lying through my teeth.
Now, wait a second here. I might not be too smart, but those helicopters definitely look like they're not just for search and rescue.
No, search and rescue and salvage. Salvage.
Scavenge.
Salvage.
You were about to say skullduggery.
Salvage.
Yes. Well, I don't care much what you're up to. I just want to get off this godforsaken island. You don't know what it's been like, man. You don't know. And they look like off in the middle distance. You hear Fortunate Son playing.
And I think over in the grasslands, Puppy and Big John, you can now hear the like thump, 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 thump of helicopters getting louder and louder.
Puppy looks scared.
And then you hear the sounds of frightened and spooked animals as like a herd of like multiple different kinds of dinosaurs being chased by these helicopters, kind of like crests a hill and is like charging down into the grassland where you are. There's like Diplodocuses, Triceratops, Corythosauruses, Plateosauruses, which I've all conveniently put on a single slide because I knew it would be a herd of them. Yeah, you hear all these like screams and roars and hoots, and the ground shakes with the thundering of like multi-ton animals charging in your direction. And here's a song from a band we like.
Let it all die. baby, that's life.
That was Louise Burns with Let It Die, and in the middle of the episode you heard Death of Me by Sky Wallace. If you like this Dino-tastic episode, please head on over to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever your podcast app is and give us a rate or a review. If you want to go the extra mile, you can also support Dungeon Punks on Patreon. For $5 a month, you can get talkback episodes, early access to these episodes, bonus games, and more. Check that out at patreon.com/dungeonpunks. You can also hit up our Discord channel to chat, or find us on Twitter, Instagram, all the other socials that are popping up. Links will be in the description of the episode. Dungeon Punks was produced by Kirk Hamilton for the 604 Podcast Network.